Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and here we are today with the third video in the Breaking Point series. Of course, last video in the series we had that fantastic Australian Grand Prix, Aiden's debut. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that, because of course he collided with Casper Akkerman. Akkerman went off, front wing damage, forced to pit. What a dramatic Grand Prix. Akkerman then flying across the grass, comes in, drops out the points. We take points by the end of the race. It was 3 wide with Akkerman and Aiden Jackson and Devon Butler. Just a chaotic start, but it's what you want to see, isn't it? You love to see plenty of chaos. Of course, we went through the news after the race, the socials, the emails, and of course the post-race interviews when Devon was trying to frustrate Aiden. What a character. Devon Butler is quite evil. So it's definitely going to be time for us to move on to the next chapter. Before we do, if you haven't already, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and if you can, hit that like button. But let's get into it.
The Chinese Grand Prix here in Shanghai, and this track fast becoming a rookie's favourite. Alex Albon, remember him from last year? A brilliant race in his debut season, and it looks like Aiden Jackson's continuing the trend.
He really is, Croft. He's showing great promise so far this season.
Well, here's Akkerman now, going up behind his young teammates.
And the rumour in the paddock, Crofty, is that the tension's building between these two. Let's see what happens here.
Here we go, Ackerman's going for it! Down the inside of the hairpin, he's barshed his teammate off the track!
What are you doing? Casper, what the hell?
Looks like Jackson's really struggling to get over that.
Okay, Aiden, keep it focused. Concentrate.
That brush with his teammate clearly affecting the young driver.
It looks like it has, Crofty. I can't see any significant damage to that car, so he's going to have to pull himself back into this race.
Looking okay, Aiden. See if you can recover a few places.
What was that all about?
You can recover, Aiden.
That's not okay. That's really not okay.
Well then, what an incident there with Casper Akkerman. Can't quite believe that happened. Casper there dived, bombed us basically.
Nice
and
move. Good job.
Aiden's basically just lost form and is struggling to just concentrate, and dropped all the way down into P14. We've got P13 quite easily from Lando Norris there. That wasn't as hard of an overtake. So just going to keep pushing really nice through the final sector. Purple. Ooh, tasty.
6 seconds.
There you go. Teammate troubles again. This is, I think, round 4 of the 2020 championship. And Aiden Jackson collides with his teammate Casper Akkerman yet again. You know, it was Aiden taking out Casper at the Melbourne Grand Prix, and Casper's got redemption here. Of course, Aiden didn't take damage, so Aiden would have just lost a place had he have stayed on form. But of course, a young driver can easily lose form, lose that sort of concentration, get distracted by an incident, and then struggles to continue. That's quite understandable, you know. He's running nicely in 10th, and our objective is to reach 10th. So that's quite a bit of work. We've got to reach 10th place or higher, and that also means overtaking Casper, which is going to be fun, isn't it? Overtaking Casper Akkerman. That will be interesting, providing he doesn't get another overtake and move further up, as we are now going to get past Esteban Ocon here. Use a bit more ARS, use the slipstream. We're going to use the DRS, we're going to fly forwards, and next to pick off is Carlos Sainz. But I do believe from the mini-map we have some back markers, one of which is George Russell, to disperse. Obviously we've got to get rid of George Russell out the way, and then of course we can go for the overtake on Carlos Sainz, providing he doesn't get past another back marker anytime soon, but they're quite a way. Well, we have dispersed of the Williams further behind of George Russell. We did that earlier in the lap, and we've dispersed of the back marker that is the Alfa Romeo of Antonio Giovinazzi. And right in front of us now, I can see the McLaren, the other McLaren who've overtaken Norris earlier. He's now he was nearly 4 seconds behind. He's now 3.6. So yeah, 3.5, a bit more now. But now we've got to chase down Carlos Sainz and go for
front is less than a second. Let's try and get past in the DRS
a move
zone.
on the Spaniard. You're saying that, mate. That is like a very short DRS zone down the main straight, mate. But we could try and go for something around this section, maybe. Just got to be careful. Don't want to have an incident. We've already had a lovely big incident earlier. And sadly, we came off badly. Casper and glides forward as we're going to go for the overtake down that inside line. We're going to get it done, are we? On Carlos Sainz, and there we go. Up into P11. We've got to chase down our teammate for what will be P10. Casper, of course, in front. Not by that much, only like 3 seconds in front. We should be able to catch him up. Definitely quite a bit in Sector 3, that's where we've got the pace. But this lap, there might be a bit of defending from Carlos Sainz, who is behind, and then in front of Casper, you've got Alex Albon. Interesting how, I remember on the game on F1 2020, you could get Alex Albon pretty close to the front, but they sort of, in breaking point, taken a bit more realistic approach, where Alex was in a Red Bull, and he was sort of fighting around with the McLaren of Norris quite a bit. And other cars that are a bit further back, like the Racing Points in there. And we just got to try and chase down Akkerman and put in some good laps. Lap number 12 now, and we're going around that lovely snail section. Casper isn't that much far in front. We went purple in Sector 3 again. We're certainly not that quick in Sector 1 and 2, but in Sector 3, we are blisteringly quick here in China. Akkerman just in front, P10. That's what we need. And we've got plenty of time to get it, but we might be able to push on to Albon if we can get the overtake done. We'll have to see. Of course, Casper up in P10. We collided earlier, and I don't think there'll be another collision now. I'm going to try and avoid one. We don't need another one of them.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
But this is an interesting one, because of course last time out I think we were P9 at the Melbourne Grand Prix. Really good start for ourselves. Casper's P10 at the moment. And we've got to try and... we're going to catch up to him, and now we're going to get DRS. Will the move from ourselves on Casper be cleaner than Casper's move on us? We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. I think we're smoothly through. Yes, we are. Nice and easily done. No contact in there. And next up, of course, in front, Albon in the Red Bull as we make a mistake. Casper, can he have another look? He tries to send it down that inside line. We don't allow him. We'll be able to continue now. No. Oh,
Okay,
dear.
you're in the top 10.
Look at who's in P8 ahead of Alex Albon. The one and only, Devon Butler is in front of Albon. He is in 8th. How is Devon Butler in a Haas in the top 10? That is a bit all over the place, but anyway. Well, Albon was in our seat in 2019, I do believe, in this seat that we're in as Aiden Jackson. Not the exact car, of course, it was Toro Rosso then, but he was at this team when it was Toro Rosso the year before, and we are chasing him down now. Albon in front, P9, using a bit of ERS, plenty of DRS. Oh, a little bit of a tap on the front. I was expecting him to move, but instead he moved across a bit in front of us, and now there we have it. P9, Alex Albon P10, Casper Akkerman P11 further back at the moment. So we're well past our teammate and
This is your
firmly
final lap,
up into the
final lap of the
points.
race.
It'll be interesting to see if we can get close enough to Devon Butler maybe, as Albon looks to come back at us. Is he going to try? No. Devon Butler, yeah, just in front in 8th in that Haas. Could there be some more fireworks before the end of this Grand Prix as the clouds cover
There's
the
only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Chinese circuit? Well, Mr. Devon Butler as Valtteri Bottas wins for Mercedes. We really closed up on him on that lovely long right-hander. A bit banked, I think it might be. But we go way too deep into it. Devon's going to get the better exit. And we've got plenty of oversteer there. Perez, the next car in front, then Seb Vettel. We get all over the place. We're going to take it nicely through there. Just about finish header Devon Butler. And now the checkered flag.
Digest there, and a little bit ominous seeing the 2 AlphaTauri teammates make contact again.
Things don't look stable between these two drivers, Crofty. They've barely been teammates 5 minutes.
That wheel bump, could that have been avoided, Ant?
Yeah, it looked like Akkerman was making a bit of a statement to me. Certainly not giving Jackson any room.
A sign of things to come? Well, for their sakes, let's hope not. That wraps things up here in China. Until next time. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Casper, what the hell was that? You nearly put me out the entire race. Bumping wheels like that, you could have put us both into the barrier. Casper, come on, man.
I have to make a phone call.
Casper! Akkerman!
Mom, cancel the TV subscription. The entertainment is right here.
Come off it. Do you really have nothing better to do?
Right now? No. And why would I want to miss this? You two are like characters in a badly written sitcom. He wanted your lot to sign Ricardo, you know. Ask anyone.
What do you mean?
The paddock talks, mate. And so did Akkerman. Should have heard him last season. He didn't care who he talked to, and he was always going off on one about you. He tried to stop him from signing you. He didn't want to play babysitter.
Oh, he did he?
Everyone knows. Have you not seen the way that people look at you? We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him. You want my advice? Prove him wrong. Chin up.
Well then, let's accept this phone call before I start doing a race debrief.
Hey, Ma.
Hello, love. I saw the race and thought I'd give you a call.
And why's that?
Just to say well done, like I always do.
Oh, right.
I saw what happened in the race with Casper. Can't believe he wasn't penalized. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
And Casper, what's he said about it?
Nothing. He wouldn't speak to me.
Well, maybe keep trying. It can't hurt to clear the air. Just remember what your grandmother always used to say. The fights that can't be won are the fights you fight the hardest.
I'm not even sure that makes sense.
Just whatever's going on, don't let it get to you. And call me later, okay?
Will do.
Well, that was a little phone call there from Aiden Jackson's mum, and well, wow, yeah. Tensions continue at AlphaTauri. That's probably how to sum up the race. Akkerman absolutely dive bombed us and certainly didn't leave any space there. Just thought, alright, I'm gonna go and dive there. Let me just try and take you out, mate. Yep. He went for that, and it was quite costly for us. We dropped down the order. It could have been better than P10, but it is not better than P10. At least we managed to recover to P10, and then actually that was the target for P10, and then we moved up past some other cars. Even got Devon Butler there to move. I think we were P9 in the end of it. And then that nasty Devon Butler, isn't it? He's constantly trying to instill into your mind and stuff like... It's really, really evil character, Devon Butler there in that post-race results. Let's have a look at the other things. Racing Point set to become Aston Martin. Yep. In terms of the socials, got your new post on there. Looked like the AlphaTauri drivers are now acting like kids. Good to see Jackson pull it back, though. Interesting. Casper was testing him hard. He must be annoyed Jackson finished in front. Good to see Jackson earn some points today, even after a little bump from Akkerman. Loving Ackerman's aggressive driving style. Might just have a new favourite driver. Gosh, yeah, mate. It was a very aggressive driving style. And then we've got Sashka Milks. A couple of things I thought I'd fire over. The restaurant's confirmed. For tonight, I've already arranged a car to pick you up. Well, that is the most crucial thing in Breaking Point, everyone. Just so you know, the fact that we've got a car to pick us up to go to the restaurant for tonight, crucial. It's your mum's birthday next week. You asked me to remind you. Lovely. Colin Perry keeps contacting me to see if you do an interview for Trackside. I know you're not keen, so I've avoided giving him your email address. Let me know if you change your mind. Enjoy tonight and let me know how it goes. I've heard really great things about the place. And then Brian, just to let you know that this evening's post-race meeting has been put back by 20 minutes, so you've got a little extra time to yourself. Also, that little bump today between you and Casper has got quite a few people concerned. I don't think Franz is too impressed, so come prepared for a few harsh words. I've already said this to both of you, but you've got to start working together. There's a lot at stake here. It can't be jeopardized by you two butting heads. The press are already starting to talk, so come on now. See you in the meeting. Don't be late. I'm just saying, I understand the friendship thing. That needs to be sorted out, but I've got to sort of think it was actually Casper's fault. It was 100% Casper's fault. So, can't exactly have too much of a go at me. But there we have it. Chapter 2 completed. We've done the F2 2019 season finale, and then we've done the first 2 chapters of his 2020 F1 career. So that is it for today's video. If you've enjoyed the Shanghai Shenanigans, then please hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch me in the next one for the next chapter.